Hey everybody, it's Christine Sienna Calabrese coming at you from What About the Dog? And today's video is going to be on calming signals. 3 important calming signals that you can use to de-escalate a volatile situation with a dog so that you don't get the chomp. That's what I call getting bit. And today I'm getting a little help from my mythological creature, the 3-headed dog, Cerberus, who guards the gates of the underworld, if you're a follower of Greek mythology and or Harry Potter. So, 3 do's. I'm going to preempt this by telling you a little story, a short story. Years ago, I was hired to do a pet sitting job, and there was a dog that was a little sketchy at the time. The owner had me come out a couple times to meet with the dog to kind of get acquainted, because we predicted that there was going to be an issue here. And Josie was about a 70-pound shepherd mix. And she was a little territorial, so there was no problem. I made my couple visits and they went well, but the owner was there. So I was quite concerned when the owner was not going to be there how this was going to go. So, as predicted, the day came where the owner was not going to be there and I had to go and let Josie and her sister out. And as predicted, I was in a building. It was a 2-flat, so the building was secure. I had to let Josie out. And I say this because you'll see in a minute, it was not a matter of opening a front door where the dog could have run out of the house. So I went up the stairs and Josie heard me, and I heard lots of growling, barking, snarling behind the door. And I slowly opened the door, and there was Josie squared up in the door, growling and snarling, pointed down, hackles up. Josie was about to go for the gold and give me the chomp. For real. She was for real. She was throwing every aggressive signal she could to tell me I was not allowed in her house. So, these three points I utilized, they worked. Every situation is different. I am not a dog trainer, I'm not an animal behaviorist, but I am sharing these valuable tips. So, 1, when I met Josie in the doorway, the first thing I did was I lowered my gaze. You do not want to lock eyes with a dog that is aggressive. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, I turned my body sideways. So whereas we were face to face, I automatically, slowly turned myself in this position. So I did not want that face-to-face confrontation that signals to the dog that, hey, I don't want any part of this. Okay, I'm gonna take it down. I'm not trying to tangle with you. Number 3, this is going to sound silly. I've read this in dog books and I have read this in human neuroscience books. This is a real thing. This is the most important one, as goofy as it sounds. Trust me, look this up. Yawn. You need to yawn. When you yawn, and this is good for people who suffer from anxiety as well. When you yawn, it releases chemicals in your body, which calms you down. And it also signals to another individual, be it a human or a dog, and calms them down. But it has a physiological effect. And people have said, well, I can't just yawn. Like, what if I can't yawn? The book on human neuroscience said, fake it till you make it. So you might have to kind of fake a couple yawns first until the 3rd or 4th one, when you can actually conjure up a real genuine yawn. And then when you can, do it several times. I'm telling you, there is science behind this. I'm not making this up. So you want to lower your gaze, you want to turn your body sideways, and you want to yawn. Now with Josie, I also allowed her to come out of the house and approach me because we were enclosed. Everything was safe. She wasn't going to escape. I let her come to me. I started talking to her in a soft voice. I slowly, my moves were slow. I slowly reached for my leash. I used those keywords I knew she used. She recognized, like walk. You want to go for a walk? And she started coming around. When she was comfortable, we went back into her house. We were able to breach that threshold. Okay? So just be cool. Utilize those three steps I gave you. I will be doing another video on things like what to do if you're out in the street, or God forbid if there are children involved. Children, that's a whole different video on how to explain to kids how to interact with dogs. Okay? But for right now, utilize these 3 simple steps. Take things down, be cool, you'll be okay. And let me put my doggo down. By the way, I think this dog is actually part Chihuahua, if not completely Chihuahua, but that's it. Remember, whataboutthedogbook.com, and please remember whataboutthecatbook.com. These are your journals. These are your pre-planning guides for your pets. If anything happens to you, you have filled these out, and your next caregiver knows literally everything there is to know about your pets. So there's no drama, there's no scrambling, there's no mystery, okay? Please. Go get yours. Christmas is coming up. Buy one for a pet owner you love. Thank you. Thanks for listening. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.